Hello, everyone. This is Kristine Lundblad with Quilting Arts Magazine, and I would like to present my guest today, Phyllis Cullen, who is a phenomenal quilter, and she is also the cover artist of the fall issue of Quilting Arts Magazine with this beautiful quilt called Pele Fire. And we're going to talk a little bit about that, but I want to welcome you, Phyllis, and thank you so much for being with me.
Thank you.
I love your studio, by the way. I just have to mention I love, and I think a lot of people, we just love to peek inside people's studios. So you obviously have a fantastic stash, a fantastic center table there, dolls, and all kinds of things. You're primarily a quilter, though, is that right? Or dabble in other things here and there, but
Well, I like a lot of different forms of art. I play with play with dolls and with beads, and like to draw. I do a little bit of drawing
oh,
here.
that's beautiful. Wow.
So,
It's
but
lovely.
it all contributes to doing the quilting. But to me, fabric is just another medium, but
Yeah.
it's probably the best medium you can use, because if you paint, you have a color. But if you paint with little pieces of fabric, like I do with my collages, then you have color and pattern and texture in one little stroke. So, and then you can add the pencil lines with your stitching. So,
Yeah, fantastic. And collage is such a painterly sort of medium, at least as far as
yeah.
fiber arts go, is you're really getting that effect with the shape and the placement. Collage is fascinating, and you did show me your two books. You are author of two books on portrait and collage, and we are so delighted that you chose to participate in our reader challenge, which was the monochromatic challenge, the one color, one quilt. And this is so beautifully done in this fiery pinky red. Um, tell folks a little bit who aren't quite as familiar about Pele, because I know you we were chatting a little bit before. You live in Hawaii at least part of the year, and Hawaii has such a beautiful indigenous culture. And tell us a little bit about Pele, please.
Well, especially on the Big Island where I live, the with the active volcano, Pele is the goddess of volcanoes, and every time the volcano erupts, people see the goddess Pele dancing in the flames. So, doing Pele in red totally made sense, and with the flames around her. So,
Yes, perfect subject for a dramatic challenge.
for a red quilt, yeah.
But you work. Do you have a particular size of quilt that you like? Do you like a small quilt, or is that just like a little snack that you do every now and then as a challenge and work on
I usually
larger?
work a little bit bigger than that, but
Yeah,
it's kind of fun to try things in all different sizes, and I generally work in wall quilt size, probably in the 30 by 40 kind of
yeah,
range, sometimes
yeah.
bigger.
Mm.
Uh, Depends on the subject, and depends on the show that it's going to go into.
Yes, yes, and you do exhibit a great deal. And I know you are a juried artist member of SAQA, so participate in that a great deal. So you're very active, and really an full-time artist, aren't you?
Full-time artist and teacher.
Ah, you teach as
I
well.
do a lot of teaching. We do have a 5-class beginner and a 5-class advanced series in portrait quilting that we do
Oh,
by Zoom.
oh,
So
fantastic.
that's a lot of fun, keeping
Yeah,
and helping students through that. So I really enjoy seeing people learn to do these things. We
yeah.
also have a Facebook group of portrait quilts, so it's
That's
fun.
fantastic. And it's so great to share, isn't it? Just, we love quilting so much, most of us who are you know, knee deep in it. And it's lovely to be able to share that with other people and get people, more new people involved, or teach them something different. If they've
Mhm.
always just made traditional piece quilts, trying collage is beautiful.
Yes.
It's fantastic. So what's next for you? Are you working on anything in particular for an exhibition or anything like that?
Well, I'm a member of some international groups, and we do have challenges. One of them is a group called Soul Stories, and in this one, we are working toward an exhibit that will be in Houston next year, and it has a lot of the, well, I call the rock stars of the quilting world in it, and we're all working on things that are, you know, meaningful stories,
Mm,
basically, you know, whether they're personal or uh, environmental or activist kind of things. So I'm working on one about homeless,
oh,
and that one will have several figures, well, it's always portraits, in,
mhm.
and you know, interacting and so on. I'm also a member of a group called 20 Perspectives, which has, you know, artists from around the world and quilt artists. And our current theme is conversing with the earth. So
Ah,
I'm working on some quilts for that. But other than that, I'm working on a new series called Hidden Figures. I
oh
will have
wow.
the one I'll have in the Houston show actually shows a Hawaiian style log uh, kind of uh, not a house, but you know, one of their structures, and
Mm.
that you can see just kind of slightly showing or not showing. You have to look for them carefully. The people who used to live in these, the old ancient Hawaiians, and you see some of them with the drums and the baskets and so
Oh,
on.
oh,
So
fabulous. Oh,
so that one, I'm having fun with all different ideas.
that sounds fantastic. Well, I just have to thank you for taking this time out from your busy artistic schedule. But we do appreciate having you on the cover of the magazine. Your work is beautiful. It really impressed us so much, and it's so beautiful. And thank you for being part of the Quilting Arts family.
Oh, my pleasure.
Well, I hope to see your work again soon. Thank you, Phyllis, so much for joining
All
me.
right, you're welcome.
Oh dear.